Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GTX 950 in Red Dead Redemption 2. We are running the latest drivers from Nvidia 441.12, which are optimized for this game. I have tested older drivers as well, because some people have told me that they get better performance with older drivers, but I found out that it's pretty much the same thing, and if you go old enough, the game actually doesn't really boot up, so keep that in mind, okay? So yeah, this GPU is a little bit overclocked, as you can see here, plus 100 on the core, plus 300 on the memory. It runs at 1392 megahertz, or 1392 to 1403, as you can see there. It's fluctuating a little bit while at 100% usage. And this is the Gigabyte OC model of the card. It only has one fan on it. Ryzen 7 3700X, 16 gigs of RAM. Let's do this. Of course, you don't need a Ryzen 7 to run this game with a 950 without a bottleneck. For a second gen like i7 FX8350 should be fine with this GPU. We're going to be running it at 1080p, 900p, and 720p low and possibly medium settings, just to see if the GPU is actually capable of doing medium settings with like 30 FPS, at least at 900p and 720. As you can see, we're starting off here at low settings. Yep, these are the lowest settings in the game. And guys, it's quite a bit surprising so far. 30 plus FPS. I was expecting kind of like around 28 to 32 FPS maybe. By the way, I've tested the game with Vulkan and DirectX 12. It runs the same with both APIs. Our frame time graph is actually a little bit messed up. As you can see, it has a few little spikes going on all over the place, but I've seen those in a lot of GPUs as well as in Vulkan and DirectX 12. So yeah, and those aren't really perceptible, at least in the gameplay here when you're actually playing the game. Only sometimes actually. It's sometimes actually a little bit perceptible, but it's maybe because we are very close to 30 FPS. You know, every time I go into like the 50s and 60s, the frame time graph actually is flat, but here in the 30s it's like that, so we just gotta deal with it. You know, it's not really game breaking. The game still feels like at 30 FPS, you know, like it's running at 30 FPS, so that's okay, I think. And as you can see, we haven't really dropped from 30 FPS at 1080p, which is very good to see here on low settings. This is kind of like a little bit better than what I was expecting. Well guys, it's not really a big difference coming from a GTX 950 to the 960, for example. I think with the 960 we got like what, 40 45 FPS. Now we're getting like 30 35. It's like a 10 FPS difference, probably around that. So in medium settings we should probably be dropping into the 20s, of course, at least here at 1080p. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, that was a big jump, horse. Okay, so far so good. Actually decent performance coming out of this card. You could play like this without a problem. Is that a bad guy? Is that a bad guy? I think so. Yep. Okay, let's follow him. Okay, I got him. What do you... Oh my god, look at that. Jesus. Okay, calm down, horses. Calm down. Okay, good morning, everybody. We just slept the night here in the hotel. Now we're at 900p. As you can see, everything else is still the same on the lowest settings possible. And let's see how many FPS 900p provides us here with. Oh, look at that. Look at the reflection. Look at... Okay, look at that. Comment.
You ugly bastard.
Let's stop looking at those ray tracing effects, you know, with the GTX RTX 950. Right guys, now we're in the 40s. You can see our frame time graph is a little bit smoother than in the 30 FPS. You know, that's just because, well, of the engine probably, and how it deals with the lower frame rates. Horse, please come over here, Roach. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the woods, I guess. Where are the woods at, though? There? That way? Not, I don't remember. I'm lost, guys. I'm lost. Let's go there. Whatever. There should be some woods over there in that direction, I think. So let's do this. All right. So we're seeing pretty decent FPS. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm filthy now. Okay. Horse. Why didn't you jump there? Okay guys, so we're seeing now around 40 FPS running around, which is pretty damn good. We haven't seen it drop from 40 yet. Let's go to these trees over here, see how many FPS we get. Oh wow. Okay guys, let's just stop and appreciate this view. You don't see that every day. This game's actually beautiful, even on low settings, you know, it looks pretty damn good, in my opinion. So, let's just run around for a little bit longer. Okay, so we're in a, like, more dense part of the forest right now, and we're still seeing 40 plus FPS pretty much at all times. Can we drop from here? Come on. Yep, okay. Alright, 39 FPS there, probably our minimum so far at 900p. Not a bad experience, you know, you could play the game like this just fine if you have a 900p monitor, the GTX 1050 or 950, because those actually perform pretty similarly to each other. Just keep in mind that the game doesn't look very good on low settings, at least not the textures, you know, and you should probably be able to set, nope, you can set the textures to medium even at 900p, so maybe at 720p you can. So let's do this. 720p, you can set the textures to medium at 720p. There's actually a workaround this limitation of the VRAM, you know. You can search it on Reddit, you'll find it. Keep in mind that textures don't really impact your frame rate anyways, so yeah, okay. 720p now, lowest settings as you can see right now, okay. Let's get out of the menu here, and that puts us very close to 60 FPS, guys. I am very happy to see these frame rates coming out from this card. This game's actually perfectly playable at 30 FPS, of course, from what we've seen so far in these videos. As you can see, the frame time graph is a little bit better. Those spikes are a little bit smaller than at 30 FPS. More times than not, it is flat at 60 plus FPS. As you can see, it's much more stable now, but those stutters, maybe if you like lock your FPS to 30 when you're getting like 35, 40 FPS, it will smooth out the experience. It usually does. Let's go down there, actually see our FPS around here. And yeah, we'll probably not go to the city anymore, at least to that little city, which was Valentine, I think. Because, yep, we are wanted in there. Oh, no, please don't. Yeah, 720p, very good performance, actually. If you don't mind to play at this resolution, this is actually a very decent experience. As you can see, no stuttering whatsoever. The FPS are usually at 50 plus. There's the occasional drop to the high 40s, but that's nothing special, to be honest. And yeah, overall, smooth experience with the 950. So, happy to see that. And now there's only one thing to do, actually 3 things to do, because I still have to test 3 resolutions at medium settings, and that's change the settings to medium settings and restart the game, because you do need to restart it after you change it to medium. Right, guys, we're here again at 1080p medium settings now. Let me just show you everything. As you can see here, the little slider thing is at the middle, little bit like to the left than the middle, you know, but yeah, okay. So as you can see, almost everything is set to medium settings, and some of them are actually set to low, a few of them are set to high, and that's medium settings for you guys. Okay, let's just get into the game here, see how it performs with our GTX 950 at 1080p. So it's 6:57 AM, 0 degrees Celsius here where we're at in the woods, you know. So yeah, 28 FPS, it's almost touching the 30s actually, which is good, of course. But I would probably not play like this, because although we are having like a 30 FPS average, probably we are kind of getting below 30 FPS a few more times than I'd like. But look, it's a fox, I think. Where is it? Okay. There he is. So alright guys, the GTX 950 here at 1080p medium settings. The game doesn't look bad, you know. There are some shadows going on, there are some ambient occlusion, some reflections, the lighting looks good. Of course, the textures look really bad because they're on low settings, because we only have 2 gigabytes of VRAM in this one. But of course, if you want to increase that without like an FPS loss, because textures don't really matter for our FPS, yeah, just go ahead, check Reddit, and you guys should be able to do that. Oh boy, I thought there was water down here. I just wanted to see if I'd die if there was water there, okay? That's why I did that. Gosh damn it, why is there so much fog right now? And where is my horse? Come over here, boy. Oh yeah, here you are. Let's go, buddy. Let's go to Valentine. Yep, as you can see, you can't really see anything. So, as you can see, no, yeah, that was supposed to be a joke, but a really bad one, so I'm sorry for that, okay? It's like similar results to what we got with the GTX 1060 at ultra settings at 1080p. We got like 28, 29, 30 FPS, 32, 33. Yep, pretty much similar to that, but of course we're on medium settings with the GTX 950 this time around. So yeah, this is just as playable, you know. If you have something like a controller, maybe you won't notice the FPS drops from 30, you know, to like the 20s, 27. As long as it doesn't drop from like 28, I think it's okay. I'm not really sure why I didn't test medium settings with the 1050 Ti, but we're gonna do that later in like the weekend probably. So 900p is enough to keep us above 30 FPS, 60 FPS. I wish we were getting 60 FPS with the 950. The game looks actually pretty damn cool, even on a non-900p monitor. You know, if you have something like a 1080p monitor, even like a 24-inch 900p, with this like TAA anti-aliasing that you're using in this game, it actually looks pretty good. I'd probably play like this over 1080p at low settings. This looks way better than 1080p low settings, at least in my opinion. If you are choosing between those two because of the performance being similar, you know, we're around like 40 FPS right now. Yeah, if you are looking for that FPS experience, 900p at medium settings would probably be my choice. As you can see, very smooth performance coming out of the GTX 950, and it's time now for 720p. Now, if you want like a little bit more FPS, of course, you will want to drop your resolution even further to 720p. It won't look as good as 900p, obviously. I got a little bit struggle to put it at 720, but there it is, 720p. But yeah, it still looks good, because we've seen these graphics in the GTX 960 video. So if you have something like a 900p monitor, let's just help this guy, alright? Find his way home.
I live in front of the saloon,
Okay.
next to the freight station. You know if I'm heading in the right...
Sure. Just head over that way. You'll get home fine.
Thank you, mister.
No problem. Are you gonna hug me?
Do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Certainly.
Go.
Yeah.
Alright, that guy's drunk in the morning. It was like 6 something AM. As you can see, the game doesn't look bad at 720p with the anti-aliasing that we're using here on medium settings. So yeah, if you want that little extra smoothness, and if you have something like a 900p monitor and you don't really want to play at your native resolution for some reason because you really want a little bit more FPS, I guess it's fine to play like this. This is not bad at all. Guys, the lighting here actually in medium settings looks gorgeous, my friends. And the game itself looks amazing. And if you put the textures on medium with that hack, not really a hack, you know, but yeah. It's a bypass because the game actually locks your texture settings to your VRAM amount, so that sucks a little bit. And it actually thinks that you have like 1.6 gigabytes of VRAM when you do actually have 2 gigabytes of it. Not really sure why that happens here in this game, but yep, just another bug probably. But well guys, 720p, very smooth performance. If you put those textures on medium, it will look much better than this, of course. And yeah, I'd have again no problems playing with these settings. Let's see, in the middle of the woods here. Yeah, we're dropping to the mid 40s now. What the heck's going on there? What are you doing, buddies?
Not a thing happens round here without an O'Driscoll saying so. Understand me?
No. Shut up, dude. Refuse.
No need for threats. I ain't quarrels.
Keep going!
Shut up. What if I don't?
You really shouldn't rile me. Ain't wise.
You'll be meeting the Rico!
Okay. You brought this on yourself, guys. Okay? You started it first. And $3! Oh my god, I can spend almost the entire week in the hotel now, guys. Thank you so much for messing with me, because otherwise I wouldn't do anything to you. So guys, I guess that's it. Performance with the GTX 950 in Red Dead Redemption 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Don't forget that I love you all. Bye bye.